A significant ruling from the UK's highest court is getting the attention of LGBTQ+ activists all around the world. The UK's Supreme Court has ruled the legal definition of a woman is someone born a biological female. The decision comes after a long-running legal battle and could have major implications for how sex-based rights apply across Scotland, England and Wales. ABC News foreign correspondent Maggie Ruley has more on all of this. So Maggie, what exactly does this ruling mean?
Hey, James, with this ruling, again, it came from the UK's highest court, and they defined that term woman. I want to say it again. The term woman, according to this ruling in the Equality Act of 2010, is someone who was born a biological female at birth. And what this done is it essentially excludes transgender women from legal recognition under the Act. This includes those with a gender recognition certificate. Now, James, I think the big question is what this ruling actually means in practice, in real life, and it is significant as it will directly infect policies related to single-sex services and spaces. So that means things like women-only changing rooms, bathrooms, domestic violence shelters, and rape crisis centers. It also affects sports and employment policies aimed at recruiting women. Now, after this ruling, organizers may legally exclude transgender women from these spaces without violating the Equality Act.
Yeah, this is such a huge issue, isn't it? It goes well beyond the UK. It's an issue, it's a debate, it's a topic in countries all around the world. Absolutely a massive debate here in the United States as well. I imagine there's been a lot of response to this ruling.
Yeah, you imagine correctly, James. I mean, I think you nailed it when you said this is a global issue. There's been a global response. Here in the UK, yes, as you can imagine, there's been vocal and varied reactions to this ruling. Women's rights groups here in the UK argue the decision is a victory for the protection of single-sex spaces, while other groups like Amnesty International express concern that the decision undermines protections for transgender individuals. Now, for their part, and this is interesting, James, the court ruling goes on to say that we counsel against using this reading as a judgment, as a triumph for one or more groups in our society at the expense of another. It is not. It also clarifies that people who are transgender, whether they are undergoing, have undergone, or are planning to undergo the gender reassignment process, they are specifically still protected under the Equality Act 2010. So definitely, James, it's complicated, and as you say, something that is of interest globally right now.
Yeah, and we know J.K. Rowling has been very vocal about this issue. Is she saying anything about it today?
Yeah, exactly. Well, a little background before we get to J.K. Rowling, because this all started in Scotland when the organization Women for Scotland challenged an act that promoted more women, including transgender women, on public boards. And this is where J.K. Rowling entered, because she donated £70,000. That's nearly $100,000 to their crowdfunding campaign. Now, just this morning, she responded to this court case, posting on X. She writes, "It took 3 extraordinary, tenacious Scottish women with an army behind them to get this case heard by the Supreme Court, and in winning, they protected the rights of women and girls across the UK. For Women Scott, I'm so proud to know you." Now, of course, there's been groups that have responded in response to this. This group, Scottish Trans and Advocacy Group for Transgender Rights, argued the decision could set a concerning precedent for the treatment of trans individuals under UK law. James.
Maggie Ruley, thanks a lot. I'm sure that's going to get a lot of pickup here in the United States.